We don't wear underwear when we work out. What it do, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, family. Welcome back to another sip and keep it real. Alright, that's enough. Welcome back though, y'all, to another sip and keep it real. We have a few juicy topics this week that a lot of people asked me questions about, and I'm here to sip and keep it real, of course. And what I'm sipping on today is some Stella Rosa Tropical Mango. This is currently my favorite Stella Rosa. I think that's how you pronounce it. Is it Stella Rosa or Stella Rose? I'm not sure, but I think it's Stella Rosa. But anyway, it's Tropical Mango, and this is the best one thus far. Matter of fact, let me take a sip before I even jump into the video. Just like I like it. Just like I like it. Okay, I love this wine. And I'm sipping in my What It Do Y'all glass that came from my mom. I really love this glass because it's big enough to where if I wanted to pour that whole bottle in here, I could. No, it ain't that big. But anyway, I never like filling up my wine glass all the way because it's just not classy. You don't supposed to fill it up that much. But anyway, that's not what this video about. I know y'all here to hear me sip and keep it real. That's why you're here. All right, we have the questions right here in my Samsung Galaxy Fold 4. Yeah, I had to announce it because it's my newest phone. In fact, let me turn my phone down because I be getting text messages and stuff like that, and I don't want it to interrupt us. Also, if you're new here, I do Sip and Keep It Reals every Tuesday. I used to do Self-Love Tuesdays, but now I'm turning it into Sip and Keep It Real because the weather has changed. I live here in Michigan and it's too cold to keep going out and about every Tuesday. So I thought about sitting down doing some juicy topics anyway, and I want people to get to know me a little more, like get to know my brain a little more, get to know my thought process a little more. So I was like, you know what? I think I can do that by sipping and keeping it real, or just keeping it real, period. I don't even have to sip to keep it real. I mean, I'm just being honest. But anyway, you can catch it here every Wednesday right here on this channel if you want to hear something real, okay? So I save questions a lot in my notes, my Samsung notes, and I just go back to them, read them off, and I gotta keep it real. If I don't keep it real, or if you feel like I'm not keeping it real, tell me about myself. Please tell me about myself. All right, first question is coming from a woman. The first question is coming from a woman. How to find my soulmate if everyone want me? Let me take a sip. Okay, I gotta get my thoughts together because it's a lot of things that I could say, so I want to say them to the best of my ability. So hold on, no. I'm gonna say this first. Everyone could want you. Every man could want you. But is he showing you that he wants you by making you his woman, proposing to you in front of the world, and marrying you? Because you cannot say everyone wants you if nobody is marrying you. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just here to keep it real. I'm here to tell you how I feel, what's real. Everyone wants you in what way? To lay down with you? That's easy. I feel like that's very easy for a woman to get laid. Do you know it's more easy for a woman to get laid than a man to get laid? Because that's what men go off of, period. Once they see you, if they physically attracted to you, of course they want to lay down with you. So to get back to your question is, and for me to answer it correctly for you is, everyone don't want you in a proper way if you're not married. Everyone doesn't want you in the way that you should want them to want you because you will be married if they did. Sorry, not sorry. I'm a realist. So yeah, that's to answer your question. Yeah, how to find a soulmate. You have to love yourself. You have to know what you want. You have to basically want to date you if you wasn't you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, do you love yourself enough to want to date yourself? Do you date yourself? That's how you find your soulmate. And sometimes actually soulmates is the opposite, like opposites attract. I don't know, which is so freaking crazy, but sometimes that's just how it goes. And another thing, also, you don't find your soulmate, you're the woman. The man finds you. It's better if the man finds you and court you and ask you out and stuff like that, because if it's the other way around, then I don't know what kind of results you're going to get for that. I just don't know. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with basically what they call shooting your shot if it's somebody that you see out in public and you like him, you like, oh my God, look at him, or oh my God, he smells so good, I just have to. It's ways that you could try to approach but not come off too hard. You can give a man hints without coming off as you're the man, you know what I mean? You can start a conversation with him to let him know that you're available, basically, and you're open for conversation. Just don't come off too strong, because that's the man's job. If you do have multiple guys to pick from, that's probably even better, because you can see everything you need to see in every guy and which one fits you better. Like, which one actually make you the happiest, which one you want to be around the most, which one wants to be around you the most. Do not go off which one you just want to be around the most. Go off the one that calls you a lot, want to be around you, shows that he's a good guy, shows that he could be a good provider, a good protector. He likes taking you out, he likes being around you, he just likes talking on the phone with you. He's showing you with his actions, not just his words. Do not go by a man's word. So that's how you find your soulmate, basically. Your souls, your bodies, your minds should just entwine. Like, it should just become one. All right, so I think I answered that question good enough. We're probably gonna move on to the next question. All right, so a guy asked me, what do you think about chasing a woman? I think no. I think heck to the no, you should not chase a woman. It's a difference with showing a woman you want her versus chasing her, because let me tell you something. The woman that you chase doesn't want you like that. No, she doesn't like you like that, because a woman that's feeling you like that and into you, she don't make you chase. Now, it's a difference between a woman just truly trying to show you, basically, you have to court her to get to know her, but she's not going to make you chase her. If she like you or into you, she's not going to make you chase her. I say go after the woman that don't make you chase her. It's a difference between like making you chase them versus wanting you to court them. It's two different things. Basically, like, if a woman is going months and weeks and stuff and she's barely answering her phone, she talks to you every now and then, she go on a date with you once every couple months and stuff like that, that means you're chasing her. So do not chase that woman. She's not that into you. Find you a woman that's actually attracted to you physically, mentally, spiritually, all of the above, because she won't make you chase her. But of course, she'll make you prove to her that you're the man that's for her. But it's a difference between that and chasing. So don't chase women. Don't chase no one. Not even your liquor. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, but... All right, move on to the next question. All right, somebody asked, which is probably a male, how many dates until you should get laid? How many dates? Look, I don't look at it as dates, because you go on 1 date, 2 date, 3 date, right? 3 dates, right? You go on your first date, second date, third date, all in the same week, right? I don't think she should give it up yet. No, it's not time. You didn't prove enough to her. So no, I can't go off dates. I would just go off time, how much time y'all spending together. Have you made her your woman yet? If she requires that, like, I will hope she requires that, because if she don't, I see why you're looking to get laid in the first place, because the question is how many dates you should go on to get laid. You didn't say anything else, so I just believe that, I believe you really shouldn't be getting laid. Seriously. I seriously don't. I seriously. And I hope she don't ever lay with you, because you're not looking for nothing else, because you just clearly asked how many dates to get laid. But to go furthermore off into the question for other people that is looking for a relationship, or one day when you are looking for a relationship, I just think you shouldn't go off of how many dates. You should go off how many dates, how bad you like her, how bad you want to be with her, how bad you're showing her you want to be with her, and locking it down and making her your woman. And then you can count from there. You can start adding in your little head or whatever you want to do, because I know that's what guys be doing. and going off of that, like, dang, I'm showing her everything. Like, I made her my woman now. I'm showing her I could be the best man for her. I'm making her happy, making her smile inside out. What's up? Then I feel you, okay? You know, so since I can't answer nothing else but that question from there, so that's my answer for that question. All right, next question. Why do the baby mama keep the kids away from the man after they break up? You wanna know my why? I feel like because they bitter. I feel like because they bitter. Because if that man was around the child before you broke up, and then just because you broke up, he can't be around the child anymore, I feel like it's because she's bitter. She's mad. She's sad, she's hurt, she's butthurt, and she need to get it together. She need to get her life together and her life choices together, because when you laid down with that man and he wasn't your husband, those were the consequences that possibly could have happened. Even if he was your husband, that can happen. Y'all can separate, whatever. But you know, a husband have a little bit more obligations than a boyfriend and a baby daddy. So I just feel like she should have made better choices for one. That's one. And I just feel like she's bitter. There's no other way around it, because of course he was around the children when y'all was together. I would hope, unless she was keeping the kids away from him when they was together, then that would lead to a whole nother other thing. So I ain't even I'm not even about to go that far, because I know that's not the case. So yeah, I believe that she's bitter, and she's a hurt soul. She's doing nothing but hurting the kids. She's not hurting, well, she's probably hurting the man also, but she's more of hurting the kids and hurting the kids in the long run. So hopefully one day when the kids get older and grown, they can look back at and see that their mother was the problem. It's not the father. Their mother is the problem. But I also want that man to fight hard to make sure he can see his kids and keep going to try no matter what. Don't give up, because the kids will one day see that he never gave up, and the kids will basically kudos to him and pat him on his back and look at mom like, okay, yeah, you definitely was the problem. It wasn't dad. Yes. So yeah, bitter. That's the answer to the question. Bitter, but hurt. Don't nobody else want her. He the only person that probably ever wanted her for real. So yeah. And she's a low value woman, because high value women don't do stuff like that. They could care less if you don't want to be with them and they don't want to be with you, and that's just that, but y'all can co-parent. All right, next question. Should my wife have a male personal trainer, like a fitness personal trainer? No. No. Why would she want a male fitness trainer, personal trainer? To me, because a woman knows a woman's body is best. So I'm gonna just start from right there. I feel like a woman that got her body in shape, and she might be ideal goals, ideal, you know, body and stuff like that. So she know how to get her body like that, because she's a woman, and yeah, I want to look like that. So going to a man to get my body to look like a woman's is a no. So I feel like, especially for a wife, so we going to the wife. I'm a wife also, so I wouldn't go to a male. No, a male couldn't train me. And it's not and first, it's just me, it's just my thought process on that. But of course, next is for my husband. So she shouldn't want her husband like thinking about that and stuff like that. And yeah, males is they could be something else, especially watching a woman work out and stuff like that. She's sweating, she's bending. We don't wear underwear when we work out. I mean, TMI, too much information probably, but I'm just telling you the truth. A lot of women don't wear underwear under their shorts and leggings and stuff like that, for one, to keep going in your butt, all in your crotch, all that type of stuff. So you don't want to deal with it. And it's, yeah, so a wife should not have a male personal trainer. No, not a good choice. But to each his own. But that's not a good idea to me. I feel like when you working out, what they call it, we release these hormones and stuff like that, which is called like these feel good type hormones. When you get done, you literally feel good. And of course, who's attracted to that? The male. The male. You can smell that. It's science, okay? It's not me. I didn't make up this stuff. No. But yeah, that's to answer your question. No. Heck to the no. No. All right. Next question. Why do good guys finish last? Let me tell y'all why. Let me tell y'all. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Listen closely. Listen here. Because a lot of girls like bad guys. They like the bad boy. They like the thug. They like the roughneck. You know what I'm saying? The one that pull your hair, slap it, throw it around, toss it around and around. You know what I'm talking about. They be liking those type of rough type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? And the dudes that's going to do that and don't call them back tomorrow. I don't know why, but a lot of girls, I don't know if it was the upbringing, who she was around. I don't know what it is, because I'm not like that. I'm like the opposite of that. I don't like bad guys. Never have, never will. No. I'm the girl that like the good guys. So, but I know girls that like the bad guys. They like the fun, roughneck type dudes and stuff like that. So I believe that's why good guys finish last, is because girls be wanting to have a lot of fun with them type of dudes and stuff like that, and teenage years, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, however, you know, old or whatever. And then by the time they look up, all those type of dudes don't want them. And then what's left? The good guys. And they get ran over, used, and abused by these women because they never liked those type of dudes. So they don't know how to treat those type of dudes and accept those type of dudes for who they are, because they're not used to that. They're used to that rough, you know, that raunchy type dude, want to have fun, pull up on a block, you know, have you sitting in the car for 5 hours, hanging out, talking with his friends, you know, that type of guy. They like those type of fun guys, as they say. So I believe that's why the good guy finished last, because he's just too, like a romance at heart, or what do they call it? Dang, it's another saying. It's another saying about it. But yeah, basically like a romance at heart. And it is another saying. I cannot think of it right now, and I'm so mad I can't. But I just believe that's why they finished last, because there's only certain type of girls that actually like the good guys. And they are very, very great men. But I be like, dang, like, how? But I know why though. I know why. But yeah, that's why they finished last, because they have to wait to come across a girl like me. You know what I mean? Don't treat you right. Accept you for who you are. Love you for you. Know what I'm looking at. Know what I want. Okay? So yeah, that's why. All right, let's move on to the I think this is the last question. Okay, yeah, last question. For the long term, what do you think is better? A modern woman or traditional? Roll sleeves up on that one. Take another sip. Traditional. Traditional. And the reason why I'm saying is because I'm traditional. I'm not with this modern stuff. This modern world. Now, you know, as far as the designs and stuff like that sometimes, or architect and stuff like that of houses, modern stuff like that. Yeah, but still, I still love traditional. So I don't know, the traditional woman to me, like I grew up in a 2-parent home. My parents was married all the way up until I was like in 11th grade or something like that. So yeah, I believe in traditional. You know what I'm saying? When you say words like submissive and stuff like that to certain women these days, they look at it as they look at it for more than what it actually is. I think they think basically it's like, get on your knees and shut up when I tell you to. I don't know. I think that's how they be looking at it, but it's not that. You know what I'm saying? I look at submissive as bringing my man a plate of food. You know, I look at submissive as running my man some bath water. I look at submissive as rubbing my man's feet, rubbing his head, rubbing his back, rubbing his ear, all those type of things. could be submissive. You know what I'm saying? Listening to him when he just want to talk and don't want answers. You know what I mean? That's all being submissive to me. But they be looking at submissive as like it's you an animal or something, or you just his pet or something, and which is crazy to me. So I'm traditional all the way. I'm the woman that looks at the end goal of marriage, period. I'm traditional. Ain't no other way around it. I think the traditional woman is more for the long term, and that depends on the guy. So I'm just speaking from my like point of view or whatever. So actually that depends on the guy and what he wants and what he likes. You know what I'm saying? A guy that want to go like 50-50, of course he don't care about having a traditional woman. He's cheap. No. I mean, it's the truth though. But yeah, so yeah, I believe a traditional woman, and that's just coming from my point of view. Like some guys probably do like modern women, but I see so much on the internet talking about the modern women and stuff like that. I can't even say that. I don't even think guys like that or whatever. I just think they just have to deal with it. But yeah, traditional for the win for me. Traditional. I believe a traditional woman have lots of great long-term qualities that will do you some good in the long run. Even if a guy that's like modern women and he was to get with a modern woman and then date a more traditional woman, I think he'll see the different qualities of the women. But that's only a certain man that can handle a traditional woman. So it's only certain men for traditional women, which is traditional men. You know what I'm saying? Or men that's willing to adjust to the traditional woman and see that he'll live a better, healthier life if he just get a traditional woman. Yeah, but that's to answer my questions. I think that's all my questions, right? Yeah. All right, so that's all my questions. I'm almost done with my wine anyway, so yeah. I didn't want to make this video real long because I think my last one was like almost long, like 30-something, 40 minutes or whatever. So I didn't want to like make this one truly really long. But anyway, like I was saying, these videos will be up every Wednesday, so you can tune in to a sip and keep it real. Okay, you can ask me questions if you would like on my Instagram. You could direct message me and ask me questions. It could be about anything: you, your mom, your kids, your ex, your side chick, your side dude, your it don't matter, your dog. No, it's fine. But yeah, just you can ask me anything, or you can ask other people and give them my Instagram if they want to ask me questions. So yeah, just make sure you tune in every Wednesday here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to push the post notification bell. That way you will be notified of every single video that I post. But for now, your girl is out. Peace.